Hey folks, welcome to Market Technical Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com for September 26, 2007. Well, what a day it was, guys. A whipsaw Wednesday, which we've coined the term basically the last month and a half for every Wednesday just being whippy. It did not disappoint today. You had moves up on rumors, moves down on rumors. It was just a whipsaw Wednesday, and all that can be said is that when it comes down to it, right now is a great day trading market and a great short-term market. And I'm going to show you guys some stuff. First, we're going to look at the ES chart intraday here. And you can see this whipsaw. Alright, you had a Bear Stearns rumor here, you had a sell on a rumor here, and it was just the market was flying every which way today. If you were long, you got stopped out. If you were short, you got stopped out. Really, the play here was watching for breakdowns, taking advantage of them quickly, and moving in and out instantaneously almost. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about the day trading, guys, because this has been a phenomenal day trading room. I try to convey to you guys how good a day trading market this has been, but I just can't do it. And even some short-term swing trades. And I'm going to show you guys one thing here. Yesterday, going into the close in the chat room, I said, guys, I like this JADE. I think every Chinese stock out there has been running, as far as I can see. This one's still on the bottom of its chart. Let's pick up a small position and see what happens. Well, JADE, I'm typing it in here. This is what it did today, guys. We picked some up yesterday at the close, right before the close at around $4.03. Today it went to $5.64 at its high. Phenomenal run. You can't ask for better returns on your money when you buy it 2 minutes before the close and then you look to sell the next day. All right, it's just impossible to find better returns out there, guys. And in addition, you have other stocks running just insanely. Different stocks every which way, moving up and down in every which way. And what I want to show you is some other stocks. CPSL has been a major runner here. Look at this is a daily chart. You have the moving averages down all the way down here. The stock is literally at 2 times to 4 times where these moving averages are. All right, and this is not uncommon in the Chinese sector right now. JRJC. All right, this is a stock that's getting overpriced in my opinion. All right, it might have a little bit more of an up move, but at some point it's got to come down and retest this low down here, this moving average. It's got to come down. And looking at all these different plays right here, guys, it is just an unbelievable day trading market. All right, not only did we catch that JADE today, we also looked at Jones Soda, JSDA. All right, and I'll go to the intraday. Look at this move up. Boom. You catch something like this with 1,000 shares. It's $500 in a matter of seconds. All right. In addition, JOBS was talked about here. All right. Look at JOBS. This is the late day run it had. Basically, we talked about it at about $18.20 to 30 cents. But within 20 to 30 minutes, it took off to $20. All right, and again, listen, it's not an amateur game, guys. If you know what you're doing, if you're able to follow some pros within the chat room that are very good, then you're well on your way to doing very well in this market. And it's not an easy thing by any stretch. But right now, the intraday stock chat is where it's at. Without a doubt. Sometimes we go through markets where we sit on our hands and we have to literally handcuff ourselves to be patient in a market because we don't want to do something stupid and you don't want to jump the gun on a play. And in this market, you don't have to have any handcuffs on. In other words, you can, every which way. I turn around, there's a play. I turn around the other side, there's a new play going on. Literally, there's probably 10 to 15 different plays a day. And there's probably tons more, but just 10 to 15 that I'm seeing in this market. And who knows how long this could last. In all fairness, this could be over in a couple days. But we are taking advantage of it here. And everyone in the chat room is taking advantage of it. And I am taking advantage of it. And we are going to ride this market up as much as we can, every which way, while these smaller to mid caps run. Because the percentage gains here are king. Alright, CDS is another one. Alright, let's look at the daily. Look at this daily. This is a daily stock chart. Look at how flat it was, and all of a sudden it takes up. In 2 days, it goes from basically $5.50 to $9. You can name a ton of others, guys. The point still is that this is where it's at right now. The percentage gains are astronomical, okay? And all in all, it's just a phenomenal market. One thing I do want to point out here is that Baidu, all right, we talked about all these Chinese stocks running, right? Well, Baidu really leads the gate on those. And one thing I want to point out here, guys, is BIDU, and this is the daily chart of Baidu, it began to roll today. And if just, and this is just taking percentages. All technical analysis is, and analysis in any perspective of it, it's putting the percentages in your favor. There's not a 100% guarantee, and you have to always maintain stops. And, a lot of amateurs need to understand that you really have to, it doesn't matter, nothing's 100%. What you do is you put the averages in your favor, maybe 70, 80, 90% in your favor, and you'll win more times than you lose, and in the long scheme of things, you're going to come out and do very, very well. Well, anyways, here we have Baidu, and I'm taking this as a little analysis tool, and Baidu is very extended. Here's the 20 moving average, and we know we always have to come back and touch that 20 moving average at some point. Well, Baidu began to drop today. It lost $12 here to close at 287.93. Now, what's important about this is that this has been the monster mover. This has been leading all these smaller tech, all these, not the tech necessarily, but the Chinese tech up and the Asian tech stocks up that hadn't run before, the CPSLs, the EFUTs, the CDSs. And what we could be seeing here is a weakening of this trend. So I just want to caution everyone out there, you don't want to chase these Chinese stocks any further up at this point. If you want to scalp it during the day as the intraday day trade, that's fine. But you shouldn't be, you got to be very careful here when a stock's up 100 or 200 or 300% in a matter of days about trying to go long that stock, because at some point it's going to, roll over. And what you really need to understand is that it's a musical chairs type game. Those that get out first get chairs. Those that don't get out, they're the ones holding the bag or left without a chair, and those are the ones that are going to lose. So please be very careful on these. While we highlight them in the videos here, it's not something you should be looking to go long or short. You should really wait and get some, talk to your financial advisors and really figure out what's going on if you're interested in this type of thing. Okay, guys, one thing we are watching a couple other plays, and I really can't divulge them in here. You really need to join the chat or the Swing Trade Alerts to really, find out what we're going to be playing. But all I can say is the chat room is phenomenal. Everyone in that chat room adds something to the room. It's a great group of amateurs and pros, and everyone just trying to learn and do their best and help each other make money. And for the most part, it's working. And that's all you can say. Okay, guys, now I want to look at the market a little bit. And we talked about Whipsaw Wednesday here again, and you can see this dramatic move. You can see right here how early on, right before the market, we began to lose a little steam here. The market opened right here, we opened here, and we sold off a little bit, but then we had a buy program. And this has been notorious for what's going on in the market. And we're seeing short squeezes up very rapidly, squeezing the shorts. And then all of a sudden we roll down and we squeeze all the longs to the downside, and you scare all the longs out. And I just want to point out a couple interesting facets here. You guys know moving averages are key. And we use the 20 moving average, the 50 moving average, and the 200. And these are all SMAs. Okay? And what you're going to notice here is that how key is this drop here? You have a fast drop that pierces the 200 but doesn't close below the 200, and that's where you start to rally. And it's something as simple as that you guys can be looking at if you're looking for a buy signal. You don't want to say, okay, well, the market dropped this far, let me buy here. You obviously want to say, well, let me have a reason behind my buy. And the reason in this situation would have been the hit of the 200 SMA right there. And look at the move up, you get a sideways move and then a chug higher. And then in addition, what you can also look for, the next sell-off occurred right here, and you can say, all right, well, first hit of the 50 and the 20, you're going to have major support here. It doesn't actually close below the 20 there, and you get a little rally into the close here. All right? And what I just want to point out, this rally here, there was a rumor today that Warren Buffett was going to pick up a stake, a 20% stake with other high people out there, 20% stake in Bear Stearns. And I'm just going to highlight that chart here. This is the intraday chart, and this is where that rumor really came out. And what a move up it got. I mean, this is a very thick stock. A lot of shares traded, 19 million. To be able to move this much on a 19 million share day is quite a substantial move. Now, a lot of people on CNBC are saying, well, we don't think so. It's not his style. He says he always stays away. He got burned before. But nonetheless, rumors are rumors. And one thing I do want to point out about rumors, there have been tons of rumors in the past, and every so often a rumor is started. And all I can say, guys, is don't believe them till they're fact. Because in many situations, it's some big person out there, or some big fund, or some big conglomerate of people trying to get a push in a stock in a certain way so they can unload to the amateurs buying that rumor. So just always take, all I'm saying, listen, it could be true, it could be not. And please realize when I'm saying that. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But my point is always take things with a grain of salt when you hear them down the grapevine. Whether it's your neighbor saying buy this stock, this penny stock, or your investment advisor or someone else, realize there and do your own due diligence. Due diligence is something we should all do for ourselves. Alright guys, just one more thing here on the market, and I just want to point out the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq was up nicely here, and you can see we broke out of this near-term range here by getting over this. And let me just do a quick analysis here as we come to the end of the video. We looked for a takeout at this point right here as a possible move higher, and it looks like we gapped above it and we closed above there. This could enable us a move to this double top area, okay? first hit of the double top probably can be shorted, but just for a scalp, all right? You don't look for more than a scalp off that double top hit. It's a near-term resistance point, but resistance points are made to be broken at some point. Now, we might hit it and fall all the way back down. We don't know. But until we close substantially above it, we have to take it with a grain of salt. In addition, we're still following this trend line, this basic trend line right here, to watch for a possible breakdown. Notice how this trend line somehow, interestingly enough, corresponds with that 20 moving average there, and I'll take the line away to notice. So really what you're looking for is a possible spike down. If you get to a double top here, we're going to continue to monitor. But please understand, guys, you know, we're in an intermediate neutral range here. We're between this point and this point. As long as we stay between those points until we break one way or the other, the percentages are not that great that we're going to go one way or the other. So just wait on it, or talk to your investment advisor. But we're just telling you what we're doing here, guys. And we're on the sidelines with indexes. We're playing stocks left and right, and we're making great money. But on the indexes, whether it's the ETF indexes or not, we're on the sidelines. Have a wonderful day, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow.